Hi, it's Judy from Fox Cities Quilt Company, and this is Sunday from the Sewing Room. So today I want to talk to you about what to do with those little charm packs that you may have done a project for and you have some left over, or even a quilt where you have extra fabric but you don't have a lot and you have enough for a small little project. And I wanted to show you the little project that I did is just a simple little coaster. I really like these. It takes very little. They're pretty. They can, you can use any fabric with them. You can add them in to a gift package. Also, if you wanted to, you could slide a wine glass in there and the base of the stem, and include these with a bottle of wine for a holiday gift. But let me show you how to do this. It's so simple, it's so quick, and it's so easy. So what you will need for the project is 5 charms, or 5-inch squares. So for this project, I've decided that this is going to be my back, and just like this one, and these 4 will be the top of my coaster. You will also need a 5-inch piece of batting. I got really lucky. I happen to have black batting, which will work really well with this black fabric. So that's what you need. 5-inch squares and 1 5-inch piece of batting. They can all be different if you want to. It doesn't really matter. So with the 4 pieces that you are going to have on the top, I want you to take them to your iron and fold them in half, wrong sides together, and press. So you will do that for each one. So you will have, on mine, I have 2 of one color and 2 of another color. And that's for the top. Then you will take your back of your coaster and put on the back side of it, or on the wrong side of it, your piece of batting. And you will just leave it just like that so that it's all together. Then you're going to start laying your folded pieces of fabric, or your folded 5-inch squares, on top of the back of your coaster. So you're just going to lay it all the way to the edge, and all of your raw edges will line up. So I'm going to put that one there. I'm going to add this second one to the right, and we're just going to go all the way around, and you're lining up your raw edges. Then we will add this one. So that's my 3rd piece. And then this is my 4th piece. And don't forget, all the raw edges go to the outside. Now here is where it gets a little different. You'll want to fold this back, lift that first one up, and tuck this underneath so it looks nice and woven, just like that. So I want to show you how to do that one more time, okay? So you are going to take your first piece, raw edges lined up, and line that to one side. Take your second piece, raw edges to the outside, and line that up. Your 3rd piece, raw edges to the outside, you will line that up. And your 4th piece, raw edges to the outside. It's kind of like you're building a little log cabin. You're going to lift up that first piece and tuck this one under so that it looks woven just like that. Okay, so that's your the first thing you're going to do. The next thing that you're going to do is I pinned all the way around. And then I stitched on each side, a 1/4 inch seam allowance. So, and I stitched on opposite sides. And don't run over your pins. I tell everybody pins are pedestrians. We don't run them over. After I've stitched on opposite sides, I clipped the batting so I didn't have all that bulk in the seams, and I clipped it on both sides. Okay, so that's the next step. The last step is to stitch on the remaining sides, and I clipped that batting close to my seam, and I also clipped my corners so I wouldn't have a lot of bulk in the corners. And then all you simply do is turn it right side out. So let me show you how that works and how that looks. If you wanted to, you could leave out the batting. I kind of like the batting in it. I feel like, you know, if it's a coaster, you want something to soak up a little bit of wetness. And then the other thing is you can just toss these right in the washer, and they'll wash up really nicely if you wanted to. It's also might be fun to include these with if you're giving a quilt as a gift, you could include these with your quilt if you had leftover fabric. So that's what it looks turned right side out. And then you'll want to take your stylus or your purple thing or whatever it is and push out those corners. And then you will have this cute little coaster made with 5 5-inch squares. And there you go. If you wanted to, you could also edge stitch, but I don't think it's necessary, especially if you want to put a stem of a wine glass in there. So that's it for today from Sunday from the Sewing Room. This is Judy. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.